This probably goes without saying, but this is magical. Make no mistake, it is very, very cold out here, but I am the only soul in sight, and it is beautiful. This is amazing. There was actually a split in the trail back here, and none of the footprints that are out here today went the other way, but I'm pretty sure you can go either way. I'm not sure which way we went last time, but this might be uncharted territory. This might have been the area where we saw that big tent set up last time we were here. So maybe this is the route that we took. I don't know, let's go take a look. Yeah, this is it. Looks like the tent is gone. Sun is starting to come out though. Oh, that's nice. My GPS is also telling me there's a trail that goes this way that just leads into a dead end. I have no particular route set and I have no particular goal other than just being out here in the winter. Oh man, and looking out on the lake. Oh, that's gonna be so nice, eating a hot meal. So let's go check it out. Let's go see what's back there. I don't know what this trail is for, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't lead anywhere. I feel like maybe I see a fire ring up ahead. Maybe I'm imagining things. Okay, I thought maybe that was a fire ring, but it's not. Okay, my GPS says this is the end of the line. I mean, maybe there could be another trail, but just a fun diversion. Okay, I want to get to the water and have a hot meal. Oh man, brew up that water, get a hot meal going. Oh, that's gonna be nice. All right, let's go. Kind of cool. The snow makes it so that you can see things that I would normally never see or pay attention to. Like, look at these little animal tracks. You can just imagine some hardy animal able to live out here in this weather. These probably aren't strictly speaking necessary, but they should make my life a little bit easier. Oh yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. We last used these when we went to Mount Whitney. Haven't had an occasion to use them since, but this seemed like the perfect opportunity. It is quite a bit easier to walk. Not nearly as slippery. This is actually really cool. Me and Thomas went this way last time. Bryan and Andrew went this way. So let's take the way that Bryan and Andrew took last time. First, let's refuel. I will not go hungry this time. I was very hungry on my last solo trip. I got food for days this time, baby. We huddled under this tree for warmth and some semblance of dryness. That was some wet weather last time. I can hear the wind above the lake already. Cannot wait to see that water. Okay, it's just up ahead. Let's keep going. looking like this? So much sand. I thought there was more of a trail. Woo-wee! Probably pretty silly considering how cold it is, but I want to go down to the water and see what it's like. This just seems like a wasteland now. I don't remember it looking like this. It definitely didn't look like this. Woo! This is kind of a stark reminder of what a fine line it is between comfort and civilization and death. This really makes me want to never eat lobster or crab again, so that nobody has to go out in water like this and temperatures like this for my sake. Oh, and this is just Lake Michigan. I gotta retreat back into the forest like the monkey that I am. I am not a water creature. Oh, already the wind's letting up. Oh man. It is amazing the difference in temperature from here to 100 feet out that way. Oh my God. Forests are a very comforting and inviting place as it is, but man, when you contrast it with that beach right there, whew, this is like heaven. I actually came back here once before outside of the trip with the other guys, and I stayed at this campsite. I think I'm gonna look for our old campsite though, because what I really liked about that campsite is that you could see the beach, but you didn't really have to be in the beach. But this is a good backup if I can't find it, or if it turns out that it's too cold over there. Ugh. I think it's further down the trail over here. Should become obvious pretty soon. The trail is pretty much non-existent right now, but there's the campsite right there. Whew, gonna have some good times. Actually, now that I see it, I'm not 100% sure that this is actually it. No, this is it. This is definitely it. You know, that other campsite had a sitting log. Let's go back. Nice to see this campsite again, but I'm gonna enjoy that other one a little bit more, I think. Woo! Okay, priority number one with a bullet is get my shelter set up ASAP. There's not supposed to be any rain or snow, but even if there's not, getting a shelter to stay warm in this type of weather is absolutely priority number one. Oh, man. Okay, it is chilly willy out there. I have literally everything inside of this tent. Next thing, after I warm up a bit, Gotta get some water boiling. I'm not gonna go outside to do it though. I'm just gonna cook it right here. I have to be real careful, but I don't think a risk of forest fire is very high right now. Before anything though, I'm gonna have some beef jerky. This is sent to us by Christopher Abbey. Thank you, Chris. Teriyaki beef steak strip. Man, I love this feeling so much. There's very little cozier than a tent in the winter in the snow. And since the hunger is quite strong as it is, we'll have a peanut butter sandwich as an aperitif. For more subtle textures and flavors, such as reindeer stew. This is Norwegian reindeer stew that was sent to us by one of our viewers named Ida. Ida, thank you. Let's get that water boiling. Okay, this should be adequate. It's just outside my door. Hopefully won't melt anything, start any fires, or spill water everywhere. And I'll be eating pretty soon. I sent out a GPS signal, but I've got cell signal too. I'm kind of torn on having cell signal when you're out in the wild like this. On the one hand, it's very nice that you can always be rescued, but on the other hand, the temptation is strong to just check in on the world, you know? It's kind of hard to escape and really feel like you're totally disconnected, you know? Oh, this reindeer stew. Real termat. I don't know what that means. Here's a little piece of dried reindeer that looks like a piece of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Let's give it a try. It actually has the same texture as Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Certainly not the flavor. I don't think the water's quite ready yet, but it's gonna have to do because I'm hungry and cold. It's close though. That smells so good. Oh. While we're at it, let's just go ahead and cook up another one because I know I'm still gonna be hungry. This is hamburger skillet from Ron Mueller. I put it in this little baggie. Thank you, Ron. Oh yeah. This reindeer stew should be ready to go. Oh, mamma mia. That is a pretty solid looking stew. Wow, that's like a very nice consistency. It's like mashed potato stew. It's slightly sweeter than I had imagined. Potatoes, reindeer, onion, carrot, some bouillon, lingonberries, tomato paste. That's where some of the sweetness is coming from.
Oh man. That is good stuff.
Well, it is surprisingly warm in here. It's funny, just a couple layers of plastic is literally the difference between life and death. All right, next up, hamburger skillet. Unfortunately, this is not exactly piping hot, but should be pretty tasty. Little macaroni, ground beef. Also sweeter than I would have expected. Two good meals in me, feeling pretty comfy. It is really cold though. I've got 2 sleeping bags, 2 pairs of pants, 2 shirts, 2 coats, and it is still quite cold. It's 29 degrees Fahrenheit right now. It's supposed to get down to 25. It's not supposed to rain or snow. I don't anticipate any problems surviving the night, but we shall see. I guess I'll see you guys in the morning. All right, good night. Yep, shoes are frozen solid. Ugh. It's 25 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm trying to think of what my plan is for today. So this is what the official map looks like. We originally started at the parking lot, went up, over here, all the way around, cut across, came down to Nordhouse Lake and back to the parking lot. But the unofficial map on this GPS says there's another little route leading this way. I'm gonna go check that out. And then since we haven't done the middle parts, I'm gonna go do that. So let's check this out, go over here, go to the lake, check that out. Then we can decide what to do from there. I'm gonna leave most of my stuff here. Got food and water in my pack. Man, it is really cold. I can't really feel my toes that well. campsite. All right, do we go up to the left or on the right? I think it's the right. Lots of remnants of campsites. Fire right there. GPS app says this particular trail is going for another 0.2 miles. Let's see it all the way through. Why not? Because it's cold, that's why not. Disposable fly trap. Catch up to 20,000 flies. I actually know what this is. Thanks to Andrew. It's a milkweed pod. I think it's empty. Pretty scary looking. I'm gonna go check out the top of this hill here. We'll go back to my camp, decide what to do from there. I don't know if everybody feels this way, but when I watch videos like where somebody's like walking across all of China or doing like these really cool things that take a lot of guts to do, I get the feeling of like, man, how come I am not brave enough to do that? What am I doing with my life, you know? And I'm trying to internalize that I can't do everything. Nobody can do everything. And to celebrate what other people have done and just be happy that somebody's done it, you know? It makes me feel a lot better in life when I look at other people's successes and I'm able to celebrate it as the collective we, just like we've done that, you know? Instead of that tiny me that's like, how come I didn't do that? How come I'm not that good? And maybe that sounds like a cop-out to some people, but I'm pretty happy with my life. It's only in those times where I look at other people's lives and I'm like, man, why am I not doing that? That I start to feel like my life is somehow incomplete. It's not, man, you can't do everything. You can't know everything. In fact, you know almost nothing except for your own sliver of your life. Getting hungry. I say we go back to camp, cook up a little breakfast, then continue on. Okay, so we're gonna have a little Good Day Sunshine cereal. Water is ready. Let that cook up. 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Woo, it is cold. Okay, today's breakfast maybe doesn't look the most appetizing in the world, but I assure you it will be delicious. Cinnamony, nutty, appley. Yep, life is worth living again. It has become exceedingly obvious what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hike the rest of this trail that I haven't seen yet, and then I'm going home. The prospect of staying another night, it's not super appealing. It's not without its appeal either, but it has been a thoroughly enjoyable trip so far. Don't want to spoil it. probably be the last time I'm next to the lake. Got about a little over half a mile to the intersection. I'm gonna turn right. Took some new trails, not very long trails, but some new trails nonetheless. And back to the car. This area is where we had some candy. One of these logs. It's pretty crazy how memorable some of these landmarks are on trails like this. You'd think that you wouldn't remember things, but it's so clear. You're like, oh, right. Okay, so this Algoma Ridge Trail will take us back to Nordhouse Lake and then to the car. Isn't that funny and kind of tragic, the things you worry about as a kid? When I was a kid, I used to be so concerned about people knowing what type of music I like. I love video game music. Super Nintendo music when I was growing up was just, it spoke to me like to the deepest levels of my soul. And yet I was afraid to let people know that because people would make fun of me. As an adult, I can't think of anything more preposterous as judging somebody based on what type of music they like. Man, Terra's theme from Final Fantasy VI. That was probably the most impactful song that I've ever heard in my life. Whew. Okay, Algoma Ridge, here we go. If we kept going this way, we'd get back to the car. This is gonna take us to the lake, and we'll take a right and go back to the car. Last time we were here, the lake was absolutely beautiful with the snow. It's 12:30, done 3.2 miles today. I think it's worth a detour. Let's go. I do sometimes get the sense that when I come back to a place, I have this feeling that things are gonna have changed. Like the Matrix didn't do a good job of keeping up with all the details, but every time it's always here just waiting for you. It never stops being a beautiful sight, getting back to the trailhead and seeing your car sitting there. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Next stop, food. So they asked me, do you want a whole or a half? And I was like, I get no half. Come on, man. This is a whole. I got 2 holes. Oh man. First up, roast beef with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Tastes like childhood.
Nostalgia is my favorite drug, man. It makes everything taste better. Makes everything good. I also got a brownie. Got some peanuts on top of it. And of course, pizza grinder. Yes. Yes. One day, we may be able to have post-hike meals inside a restaurant again.
Okay, that's all she wrote. Thank you very much for watching. Nothing left to do but drive home. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Stay warm. We last used these when we went to Mount Whitney. Yo, oh man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, delicious.
Open. Forests are a very comforting, inviting place as it is. Forests are a very comforting, inviting place as they are, or as it is. Yeah. This ain't even my final form, baby. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider checking out our Patreon page at patreon.com/adventure. I've also made a version of this hike with no music and no talking, just ambient sounds. And if you want to watch that, you can click the link in the description. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. So I just got up to go to the bathroom for the second time. And when we climbed Mount Whitney, we got to the intersection of the Mount Whitney Trail and the JMT. And there was a bunch of people kind of milling around, and there was this kind of like experienced looking old timer talking to a guy who was doing the JMT without ever having backpacked before. He just decided to do it. And the guy was giving him advice saying, well, you know what you should do is get a Gatorade bottle so that you can go to the bathroom at night without having to get out of your tent and get cold. Ever since then, I've been like, man, I need to get a Gatorade bottle so that I can do that. And I meant to do it this time, but I forgot. But that's not the point of this story. The point of this story is, after he talked about using the Gatorade bottle, I turned to that old timer and I told him about what I had done in the tent last night. And the look of disgust and surprise in combination is a look I've never seen on somebody's face except for that guy.